Yo, what is up? Zeke Army here, back with another Outriders video. Today we will be going over every status effect in Outriders. So if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, a like rating is appreciated, and if you want to sub for more content, that would be great as well. Status effects can be applied to enemies via your abilities and also with weapons. Blue rarity and above weapons will drop with mods, which actually make your weapon stronger, and some actually apply status effects on enemies. For example, this weapon that you see on screen now applies weakness to enemies, which is one of the status effects. So now let's take a look at every status effect in Outriders. We're going to start off with 3 that are damage over time status effects. First off, we have bleed. Enemies take damage equal to 2.5% of your ability power every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds. So just to make it a little bit more simple, every single second for 5 seconds, the enemy will take 5% of your ability's power as damage. For toxic, it's basically the same concept, except it's 3.5% of your ability power every half a second for 6 seconds. And finally, we have burn. Enemies take damage equal to 3.7% of your ability power every 0.5 seconds for 6 seconds. Next, we have the stun status effects. We have Ash, this one will stun enemies for 2.5 seconds, and we have Freeze, which will stun enemies for 3.5 seconds. And lastly, we have the Debuff status effects. One of them is Vulnerable, which makes enemies take 25% extra damage for 10 seconds, which is actually my favorite one. 25% extra damage is a lot. And then we have Weakness. Enemies deal 30% less damage for 6 seconds. And finally, we have Slow. Enemies have reduced movement speed and attack speed, and apparently that reduction is between 30 to 75% depending on the enemy's resistances. And that is it for the general status effects that can be applied to enemies. There are others that are specific to your class skill trees, which I'll be covering in a separate video once the full game comes out. But that's going to do it for today. If you guys found this video informative or helpful in any way, a like rating is appreciated. And if you want to sub for more content, that'll be great as well. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.